You stood in front of the mirror, bright, trembling, the full cover gown Jungkook has chosen wrapped around her like silk and fair. The fabric was soft against her skin, yet every inch of it felt like a chain. A silent reminder that tonight was not hers to choose. She didn't want to go. Every part of her wanted to lock the door and hide, but she did. Seen Jungkook, read, seen him pull the trigger without blinking. She knew that disobedience meant his gaze traveled from her reflection to her trembling hands. Still not ready, he murmured, voice low, deep, and its calmness. You turn, swallowing hard. I don't want to go to the party, she whispered. Jungkook raised an elbow, taking a slow step forward. Don't want to. His tone was quite too quiet. You say that like you have a choice. Her breath catch as he closed the distance between them. His fingers brushed her arm lightly, sending shivers through her body. You, he whispered near her ear, his breath hot against her neck. You saw what happens when people defy me, didn't you? She knitted silently, trembling. Good, he murmured, his lips curving into a dangerous smirk. Then you know what to do. Be ready by 7. You will stand beside me. Not because I asked you, but because you belong to me. He tightened her chin up, forcing her to meet his eyes. Say it. Her voice was barely a whisper. I belong to you. His smile deepened, wicked and intimate, perfect. He brushed a strand of hair from her face, letting his fingers linger at her jaw. You look beautiful. When you surrendered by 7, you stood before him again, fragile and stunning, her gown glinting under the chandelier. Jungkook's eyes darkened as he looked at her, slow, deliberate, like a predator admiring his favorite sin. Turn around, he said softly. She obeyed, heart pounding. He stepped closer, fixing the collapse of her neck himself, his fingers caressing the back of her neck. You are trembling, he murmured, voice low and seductive. Is it fair or something else? I am just nervous, she whispered. Jungkook's lips brushed her ear. Don't lie to me. You shake every time I am near, but not just from fear. Her breath hitched as his fingers trailed slightly down her spine. Tonight, he whispered, you stay beside me, eyes down, hands folded. You will speak only if I let you, but his voice deep lower. When I look at you, you will smile. Not of them for me. Yes, she breathed. Good girl, he murmured, lips coasting over her shoulder. The lemonias glittered through the dark streets. You sat stiffly, hands in her lap, eyes lower. Jungkook watched her in silence, a faint smile playing on his lips. He leaned closer, voice soft but commanding. You are nervous? I don't want to make a mistake, she said shakily. He giggled quietly, the sound low and dangerous. You will not. I will make sure of that. His hands brushed her, slow, deliberate. Do you know what happens when you are scared? She looked up at him, confused. You breathe faster, he whispered. Your pulse races, your body betrays you, especially when I am this close. Her breath caught Jungkook. He said, brushing his thumb over her wrist. You can't even say my name without trembling. You know what that does to me. She turned away quickly, cheeks burning. He smiled darkly, tremble. All you want, my love. I like it. Make me remember how easily I could break you but wouldn't. He leaned his breath warm against her skin. Because tonight you are not just mine, you are the only one. I trust you to stand beside me, and that's what more than fair. The ballroom, glowed with golden lights, filled with laughter, wine and cigarettes. Eyes down, Jungkook murmured, his hand resting at the small of her back. Don't look at anyone else. Yes, Jungkook got. His lips brushed her temple, a fleeting, possessive touch. You look perfect, my fragile one. You felt every gaze turned towards them, but No one dared meet Jungkook's eyes. His power filled the room like fire and shadow. You played catch. He smirked. Do you understand now why I keep you close? She nodded. Yes, Jungkook said properly. I belong to you. Louder. I belong to you. Jungkook's eyes darkened with satisfaction. That's my gun. Later, when you execute herself to the restroom, Jungkook let her go, but before gripping her wrist tightly, 2 female guards will follow you, he murmured, leaning close. But remember, his lips push her ear. Even when I am not here, I am still inside your head. Every breath, every thought mine. You shivered. I will be quick. Good. His smile was slow and dangerous because every minute away from me feels like punishment. As she walked away, Jungkook gazed forward, her sharp, possessive burning. When she disappeared into the hallway, he smirked to himself. My wife thinks she can escape my eyes, he murmured, swallowing his glass of wine, but she forgets. She carries me with her always. The ballroom lights glowed softly, but the air felt tense. Music played in the background, laughter, clinking glasses, fake smiles everywhere. Jungkook stood near the corner, his sharp eyes scanning every face. He was not enjoying the party. He never did. He was watching, always watching. Something felt wrong. He noticed a man near the entrance, nervous, fighting, his hands moving under his jacket. Another, his strange, sharp, like blades. He had seen this too many times before. The movement before bloodshed, and then of the man lifted a gun. That single movement was enough. The calm in Jungkook's face vanished. His eyes turned cold and merciless like a storm ready to destroy everything in its path. In one soft motion, he pulled his gun. The first shot was clean, the second faster, and the third colder than that itself. The sound echoed through the ballroom. People screamed, glasses shattered, panic filled the air. But Jungkook didn't stop. He moved like a shadow with fire in his veins. The attacker didn't even get a chance to aim again. He shot them down one by one, each bullet a promise of that. He didn't blink, he didn't hesitate, he didn't miss. By the time the last man fell, the floor was covered in blood and silence took over. Everyone stared in shock, but Jungkook's breathing was calm, steady, controlled. His face showed no regret, only courage. Clear the hallway, he ordered his men lower and deadly. Then he watched her. You stood at the end of the corridor. Her eyes were wide, her whole body trembling. Her hands covered her ears, her tears streamed down her cheeks. The sight of him surrounded by death made her collapse against the wall, shaking in fear. Jungkook, she whispered brokenly, her voice barely a sound. He turned towards her, his expression softening instantly. The rage in his eyes faded, replaced by worry. He walked towards her slowly, carefully, like approaching everything fragile. You, he said quietly, putting his gun away. It's over. No one will hurt you now. But you couldn't stop shaking. They tried to shoot me. I saw them. I know, Jungkook said, his tone suddenly gentle. You are safe now. Look at me. She couldn't lift her eyes. Her whole body was trembling. So Jungkook stepped closer, cupping her face in his blood-stained hands. He didn't care that his hands were done. He only cared that her tears didn't stop. His thumb brushed her cheeks, slowly wiping them away. Breath, he whispered, I am here, look at me, you. When she finally looked up, his eyes softened. There was no anger left, only warmth. No one will touch you, he said in a quiet, steady voice, not while I am alive. Her tears fell faster. She leaned forward, her body shaking and collapsed into his chest. Jungkook catch her instantly, wrapping his arm around her, holding her tightly. I was so scared, she sobbed. I thought they will kill me. His arms tightened, his brush against her ear. Don't say that. I will never let that happen. You killed them. All of them, she whispered. I had to, he replied softly. They aimed a gun at you. That's enough reason for me to end them. She trembled again, pressing her face into his chest. "You are bleeding." "It's not mine," he interrupted gently. "Don't worry about that. Just spread. You are safe now." He lifted her chin and looked into her eyes. "You hear me? You are safe. I will not let anyone touch you ever again." You nodded weakly, tears still running down her face. Jungkook sighed and whispered, "Let's go home." His voice was not commanding anymore. It was soft, almost tired. "You have seen enough for tonight." He led her out of the hall, ignoring the terrified stares around them. His hands never left hers. The drive home was silent. The only sound was quiet shots and the soft hum of the engine. Jungkook held her hands the entire way, his thumb tracing slow circles on her palm, a silent promise that he was there when they reached the mansion. He didn't let her walk. He opened her door, lifted her in his arms and carried her inside. "Jungkook, I can walk." "No," he said firmly but gentle. "You have been through enough. That stay still." She buried her face against his shoulders, too exhausted to argue. He carried her up to the room, quite warm, with a fire burning softly. The light flickered across the walls, making the room feel peaceful, almost safe. He placed her gently to the bed, pulling a blanket over her. Her face was pale, her lips trembling, eyes still full of fear. Jungkook sat beside her, brushing a strand of hair away from her face. "You are shaking, still shaking," he murmured. "Don't. It's over now." Her voice came out small. "You killed them like it was nothing." He looked at her, his eyes calm. "Because they tried to kill you. I don't show mercy to anyone who touch what's mine." She froze at his words, not out of fear, but because she heard something deeper in them, possessiveness. "Yes, but also I love, the kind of love that will burn the world to protect her." Her tears started again. "I don't deserve this, not after everything." "Stop," Jungkook whispered, placing his hand gently on her cheek. "You deserve peace. You deserve safety. You deserve me protecting you." He kneeled closer until their foreheads touches. "You don't have to scared anymore. I will handle everything. You just spread." Her tears fell again, but this time they were quiet. She leaned into his arm, wrapping weakly around him. Jungkook held her close, his hand stroking her hair gently. "Sleep," he murmured. "I will be here." Her eyes fluttered shut, her breathing finally calming. He kept holding her until she drifted into sleep. Then quietly, Jungkook looked down at her, at the woman who had somehow softened a heart made of stone. His hand brushed over hers. "You will never have to face fear again," he whispered. "Not while I am alive." He leaned forward and kissed her forehead softly. "Sleep, my fragile one. I will guard your dreams." Outside, snow started to falling again, soft and silent. Inside, Jungkook sat beside her, the man who had been killed without mercy, now watching her sleep with infinite care. For the world, he was a monster, but for her, he was a shield, a home, a promise that no one would ever harm her again. Next morning, the morning light crept slowly through the long curtains of Jungkook mansion, touching the edges of the room with a soft golden glow. Outside, snow still covered everything in silence, the kind of silence that felt heavy, like the world was holding its breath. You woke up slowly, her mind still foggy from the night before. Her body felt weak, her heart still racing whenever she remembered the gunshot and the way Jungkook had killed those men so fast, so cold, without hesitation. For a second, she thought it had all been a dream, but then she turned and saw him. Jungkook sat beside her bed, his dark eyes fixed on her face. He was still wearing the same black shirt from the last night's sleeve, roll up, hair slightly messy. He hadn't moved, he hadn't slept. You blinked, her lips parted. You didn't sleep. Jungkook gazed, softened just a little. Didn't want to, he said quietly, his lips deep and calm. I wanted to make sure you were okay. She tried to smile, though her heart still trembling. You have been sitting here all night, he nodded. I couldn't leave you alone. There was something different in his tone, something quite almost protective. When she tried to sit up, Jungkook was quick to help adjust the blanket and place a pillow behind her back. His hands were steady, carefully easy. He murmured, "You should rest a little longer." You look at him, her chest tightened. After that, she had seen the blood, the bodies, the cold range in his eyes. She didn't know how to feel. A part of her wanted to run, another part and wanted to stay close to him because through her fear, she knew she was safe with him. "I am fine," she whispered. Jungkook didn't argue. He only nodded once, then stood up. "Get ready."